I've got some exciting news. We have new pets. Red-clawed crabs. Okay, I hear you asking, what the heck is a red-clawed crab? Well, their scientific name is Parasissa armabidens, and they belong to the phylum Arthropoda, putting them in the same group as spiders, insects, and millipedes. They live in brackish mangrove environments all across East Asia and can be found eating leaves, insects, and other crabs. Care for these crabs is pretty simple with a few caveats, one being salinity. While it's true red-clawed crabs can survive in both full salt and freshwater, they do best in brackish. I use a mix of 1 teaspoon of instant ocean per liter of water. Like a lot of crabs, red-clawed crabs are omnivorous, meaning they eat just about anything, including fresh vegetables, certain leaves, mosses, insects, mealworms, bloodworms, and brine shrimp. I feed my crabs a mix of crickets, mealworms, mosses, and cucumbers. Our next subject is molting. Molting is super important for your crab, but it's also very stressful. So, if you see your crab not moving as much, being a little lethargic, burying itself, or even appearing lifeless, give it a little while. It might be molting. But if it starts to stink, it's a good idea to go check up on it. When your crab is molting, it's very important to keep an eye out for aggression because during the molting process, your crab is vulnerable. Other crabs will recognize that and use that opportunity to attack. Housing these crabs is usually fine, but again, they can get aggressive with each other, so it is best to keep an eye out on that. Breeding these crabs is pretty tricky, but here are a few tricks to help out. 1. Make sure the water is brackish. The dissolved minerals in the water help keep the female crab healthy and strong along with the eggs, which are carried underneath the body in the apron. 2. Make sure you have male and female crabs. It's pretty easy to tell apart. The males have brightly colored red claws with narrow aprons, while the females usually have smaller, duller claws with wide, blunt aprons. 3. Have elevated temperatures, around 87 to 88 degrees, and keep the lights on a little bit longer with slightly more food. This simulates spring, which is their natural breeding times. Now time for everyone's favorite topic, husbandry. For red-clawed crabs, it really doesn't have to be too complicated. Right now I'll put up some pictures of my tank. Okay. My tank setup is pretty simplistic. I just have some moss, some sand, and some water. Right here, I'm showing just kind of a side view. I also have a hide up by the moss. Right here shows the water. It's not that deep. It's just enough for the crab to get submerged. Right here's the hide. It's important to offer a hide so that they don't feel stressed. Again, this is just a overall shot. I have that bright light up top to provide that well-lit environment, and yeah, that's about it. I also have that wrap all around to keep in heat and humidity.